Okay, good evening everybody. Welcome back to the channel. If you are returning, if not, hello. My name's Harvey and I am a farmer. And today marks quite an important day actually. You can see the cows in the background. I've turned them out into this little paddock that I've made. And the reason that's important is it's the first time I've really executed what I always said I was going to do. This has always been my plan to implement this kind of system, and I'll explain the system a bit more. But yeah, this is regenerative grazing, hopefully, or it's a technique that should help me to implement regenerative grazing. So it feels like an important day. Now I've done this before. The cows have been outside already grazing in the other field, and yeah, it's happened before, but this feels like the first time that I'm actually doing it with a plan as opposed to just experimenting. So it's an important day. Yeah. Easter weekend. It's the 30th of March today, Saturday. So Easter Sunday tomorrow marks the resurrection of Jesus Christ, of course. And I'm hoping it's going to mean the resurrection of my water pressure, because I'm actually a bit miffed about that. The water just turned off. I don't know why. I can't even... If you watched the video the other day, you would have seen me fixing the pipe. It's the pipe that I fixed, and something's not right. I mean, quite obviously, because there's no water coming out the pipe, which is a red flag. So, I don't know, the taps are on, but whatever. So I've had to pipe some water over to these cows, which is fine. I don't really mind doing that. It's kind of part of the plan. I've got the kit for it already. So yeah, this is a joyous sight actually. These guys are happy. And yeah, I'll try and show you them actually. Let's show you the system. I'll show you what's going on. Okay. So if I set you up over here, don't know what you can see there. So this is a water trough here, and I've piped it in. You might be able to see the pipe. I've just piped it, quite a long way actually, with a few sections. I've had to join them together to get over here. But yeah, clean water. These guys are getting all excited now. I don't know why. Yes. I think I've only just let them in, so cows tend to explore their boundary or their limits of a field first before they start calming down really. I mean, they did walk in and put their head straight down and start eating, so I think they were hungry. But yeah, they must be happy. This is good. I'm grazing this a little bit earlier than I would have liked to. But you've got to do what you've got to do, really. Due to a couple of factors, I wanted to actually start this rotation of grazing and get going. And I think it's part of the plan, really. That's the main thing. You can't just... If you've got a plan for it, it's fine. If you know why you're doing it and what you're doing. I don't claim to know what I'm doing, but we're learning as we go. I'm dangerously close to the electric wire. So that's, as always, it's ticking away. And the good thing is, I was just looking over my shoulder to check, is that all the cows are respecting it. So they're walking right up to it, looking at it and going, no, I don't want to touch that, because I've been shocked by that previously. So they are learning, which is fantastic. Makes it very easy. You've got to put a good boundary fence around your farm, stop your cows getting off, stop your animals wandering. But stuff like this, very lightweight, very flexible, very, very manageable, you can have a lot of impact with, which is fantastic. Good little posts, reels. Lots of kit I'll explain maybe in the future. Yeah, it's very exciting. I've had it all looks very peaceful now. It's been a very busy day, just trying to get caught up on a bunch of jobs, and then I figured out about the water just now, so got that figured out. But look at this, we've got clean water, fresh water, which is good, and I'm happy man, really. You got cows out grazing like that, you can't help but be happy, I think. Let me show you the other side. The funny thing is, you might be able to see over the other side of that fence over there, there's some cows. They stood there just wondering why they're not over here, but they didn't figure out where the gate was. But that's fine. I've just left it open so they can just do it in their own time. Yeah, the gate's in the corner. So yeah, what else have we got? This is a salt block. I think I don't know if it's just salt or minerals, maybe. That's just chilling there loose for the cows. So yeah, the overall plan, I realise that I don't really explain this. This square that I've showed you, I think I will leave them in here for one day. So tomorrow I'll move them to another square. In fact, I'll move them next door where the truck is there. And that's pretty much set up already. So that makes it easy. So that's the idea, to move them once a day. And why do we want to do that? Well, it's more about keeping them off the bits you don't want them eating than it is keeping them in the bit where you want them eating, grazing. So they're in here grazing this, but the key is the fact that they're not grazing all the rest of the farm, and that's still growing and recovering without getting bitten off. And that's really the key, so that when they move on, they won't have access to this again for another, I'm not even quite sure how long, another month, maybe 2 months or something, I don't know. They won't have access to it, and that's stopping overgrazing. So when this starts to recover and starts to grow back, if a cow takes another bite of that regrowth, that severely stunts that plant's growth. Oh look, I could sit on the salt block. So we want to avoid that at all costs, really. And by being able to fence them off what they've just eaten, that's how you prevent that. So that's the key. It's more about what you're not grazing than what you're grazing. That's a very, very interesting distinction in this game. Yeah, I mean, I'm feeling peaceful now. It's been a busy day, like I said, but the sun's setting and the grass is green and the cows are grazing, and all is well. All is well. So yeah, I'll sign off for today. We'll catch up tomorrow, maybe Easter Sunday, and I'll keep the updates coming. Hopefully, hopefully my water pressure comes back overnight. I don't know. What's the chance of that? Slim, I think. I don't even know what's wrong with it. Like I said in that other video, I broke the pipe and then I had to dig and fix it. And then we put it all back together, turned the tap on, and there's no water coming out, so I don't know. I don't know if some dirt got in the pipe and it's blocked. I don't know. It's really odd. But I just didn't have time to actually think about that and sort that today. I've just piped in some water from another source, which is fine. It's no problem. Yeah, hopefully these cows are going to figure out that the gate is open and they can actually come and enjoy some fresh grass. But yeah, like I said, this is the first time they've done like a daily move, so it's a learning process for everybody involved. But we'll see. I think they'll get into the habit. They'll probably get used to the sound of the truck or my voice or something and start following me around. That'll make it easier. But yeah, for now, temporarily, all is well. But in times of peace, prepare for war is the expression that comes to mind. So on that note, we'll see you tomorrow. Hope everything's well with you. Have a good weekend.